this is Raina. Thank you for joining me on my crochet channel. So how about we crochet ourselves a happy new year? So this is definitely a fun thing to do. It will take some time to make all these letters, and I would say this is an intermediate skill level project. And as for the yarn, I am using Lion brand bonbons. This is 100% cotton. I have red, lilac, green, and they come in the package of 8 colors. And one ball has 10 grams, 28 yards, 26 meters in it. So one ball, I would say, makes about 2 letters. And my crochet hook is size 2.75 millimeters. And let's get started. And let's make letter H first, starting with slip knot and chain 19, 3, 4, 5, and first row single crochet, starting with the second chain from the hook, and single crochet 1 in each chain here. So we have 18 single crochets. And row 2, chain and turn, and single crochet 1 in each stitch. Again 18. Row 3, chain 1 and turn, then single crochet 8, 2, then chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's gonna be the horizontal part of H. Then single crochet, starting with the second chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And next, go to the next single crochet stitch on this part and make 10 single crochets here all the way to the end. And here we cut the yarn, fasten off, and so we can make the second part of H. I'm gonna keep this here, make a slip knot, then chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now take the first part of the H and place it so that you have that 9 stitches here. That's the bottom half, and the 9 chains we just made, that's also the bottom part. And now we need to slip stitch, make 2 slip stitches in the horizontal part of H. So in that end part of it, I'm just going to insert my hook twice, 2 slip stitches, and then chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now row 5, turn, and single crochet, starting with the second chain from hook. First make 7, 1, 2, 3. Then next single crochet, one in each of these slip stitches we made. So here's my first one and 2. So right now we have 9 single crochets, and now single crochet 1 in each 9 chains. So we also have 18 stitches here on this side. And now row 6 and 7 will be the same. Chain, turn, and single crochet 1 in each. So 18. Make 2 rows. And the edge. So the corners are all going to be the same. I'm going to first single crochet 2 more in that same space. So 2 single crochets for the corner, and then the bottom here, that middle space here in that loop, I'll make a slip stitch, and then in that next first stitch here again I'm going to make 2 single crochets for the corner, and then I'm going to slip stitch in each next. So this part is done. I slip stitch in each stitch around here all the way down here. We can do this bottom together. So again I'm going to make 2 single crochets here in this corner stitch. Then I'm going to slip stitch, it's a small loop here, slip stitch in that, and then in that first stitch on this side again make 2 single crochets, and then keep slip stitching again in each stitch around. So, and do the upper corners the same way. And I slip stitch all around here, made the corners here 2 single crochets, slip stitches, corners, and now I'm back down here where I started. So here these are the 3 single crochets. One was the end of the row, last row, and 2 were the corner ones. I'm just going to slip stitch in that first one and finished letter H. Next we'll make letter A, slip knot, and now chain 16, and first row single crochet starting with the second chain from the hook, single crochet 1 in each chain, so 15, 2, 3, 4, and row 2 chain 1 and turn, and single crochet again 1 in each, 15. Row 3 chain and turn, first single crochet 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is for the horizontal part of A, and now single crochet from in the second chain from the hook, so make 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now we continue on the main part here, go straight to the next single crochet, make 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slip stitch in that last stitch here. Row 4, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now turn. Now we need to make 2 slip stitches into that horizontal part here. So first I'm gonna find that first loop space in here, make a slip stitch, and then insert hook next to it, make a second slip stitch. So we need 2 slip stitches here, then chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Row 5. Now turn and single crochet in the second chain from the hook, make 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, and next we need to single crochet in these slip stitches we made here. So trying to insert hook here in the first space, single crochet, and then also the second, and then single crochet in next 6 chains here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we need to do 3 single crochets here in this part. So 1, 2, and 3. Row 6, chain 1 and turn, then single crochet along this entire side, 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Row 7, repeat the same, chain 1, turn, single crochet, 18 along the edge. And now we can do the edge. So first single crochet in that same stitch you did the last one, and then single crochet 2 in the next space on this side, and continue and make slip stitches now in each stitch. I did the last slip stitch here, and now for the corner in that next space here, it's on that bottom, single crochet 2 in this space, then find this middle space here on the bottom and slip stitch in it, and then in that next space, that's the bottom corner too, make 2 single crochets again. So basically it was the first single crochet here, and I continue with slip stitches in each stitch here. And also in each stitch here. But I skip this last one here on the horizontal part and go straight to this stitch here. Keep slip stitching. And again in this corner, make 2 single crochets. 1, 2, slip stitch in this middle space here on the bottom. In that next space, 2 single crochets and slip stitches all the way to the top, and we'll finish together. And now I reached these top stitches here. So remember, this one was the last stitch that we finished the last row, and then this one was the first stitch that we made in the same space. So I'm going to make 1 single crochet in each of these. And then just slip stitch in that next. And I'm finished with my letter A, fasten off and cut off. Next is letter P, P as in Peter. I chose green and we need 2 of them. So slip, knot, and chain 19. 2, 3, 4. First row, single crochet in that second chain from the hook, and in each chain 18. Row 2, chain 1 and single crochet 1 in each, 18. And row 3, same, chain 1, turn, and single crochet 1 in each. Row 4, turn, and now slip stitch in next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now count 5 stitches here to skip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we slip stitch in the next, and also slip stitch in the next. So 2 slip stitches. Row 5, turn, and now we're going to work stitches in this chain space. First single crochet 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 5 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 more single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we need to slip stitch in these 2 stitches on this edge. So first one goes here, and then last one in here. And now row 6, turn, and I'm not going to chain here. I don't want to add more yarn in the space here. So I'm going to go straight into that first single crochet and make 5 single crochets here, 1 in each. 3, 4, 5. And now make 2 half double crochets in each half double crochet on previous round. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 in each, total 10. And then again 5 single crochets, 1 in each. 3, 4, and 5. And finish this with the slip stitch in this next stitch on the vertical part of P. And to make the edge, turn because I want to make the slip stitches on the right side of the letter, and going into the next stitch, start doing the slip stitches, each stitch all the way to here. And here is my corner stitch here. So in this one I'm going to make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and then keep slip stitching. I'm going to go into this next one here, slip stitch in each all the way down to the corner here. And as before, we're going to make 2 single crochets here for the corner, then slip stitch in that middle space here, and then single crochet in that next corner space, and then we can keep doing the slip stitches here. The last one, and finish with a slip stitch in that beginning space here. And we're done with P. Next is letter Y. We also need 2 of these, and start with 22 chains and row 1 single crochet stitches, starting with the second one from the hook. Make first 10, 2, 3, then make 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2 here, and then single crochet 9 more. So when you count, you have 22 single crochets. Row 2, chain 1 and turn. First single crochet 9, next make 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1, 2, and also 2 in the next here, 1, 2, and then single crochet 9, 1, 2, and in the round we have 2 stitches left. Make 2 single crochets together. Chain 1, row 3, first 2 single crochets together. Start first, start second, pull through 3 loops, then single crochet 9, 1, 2, 3, and chain 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now row 4 single crochet, starting with that second chain from the hook, 1 in each, so total 10 here. And now here in this crossing here, first slip stitch in these vertical loops of this row, single crochet here, and also slip stitch in that next stitch on the vertical part of the letter, and then turn. Now row 5, single crochet 9, so skip these slip stitches, single crochet in the next and make 9, 1, 2, 3, and make 2 single crochets in that last stitch here, 1 and 2, and row 6, chain 1 and turn, single crochet 2 in the first stitch, then 1 in each next 10, 2, 3, and now on the vertical part of the letter Y here, I'm going to skip this first single crochet, and now single crochet 1 in each next 10, 3, 4, and now the edge, I'm going to keep crocheting from right here. I'm not turning. So I'm going to first make 2 more single crochets in that same space for that first corner, and then find a loop here in the middle here to make the slip stitch, and so that we can make our 2 single crochets for the next corner in here. And starting with this stitch again, make slip stitches in each stitch all the way up here, and up here for the first corner here, 2 single crochets in that first space, then slip stitch in the middle, and 2 single crochets in that first single crochet here, and slip stitch 1, 2, 3, and 8. Next, skip 2 stitches, this one here and the first one here on that other side. So skip 2, 1, 2, and make 8 more slip stitches on this side, 1, 2, 3, then we do 2 single crochets in this space here, 1 and 2, slip stitch in that middle part, and then I'm going to go into this first single crochet here that you see, make 2 single crochets for the corner, and again slip stitch in each stitch all the way down. We'll finish it together. And now I reached these first single crochets, so remember we finished, here's the one, and then we did 2 more for the corner. So I'm just going to slip stitch in that first one and finish with that. And we're done with Y. And letter N, chain 19. First row, single crochet in each chain, starting with the second chain from hook, and make 18. Row 2, turn, and first slip stitch in 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet in remaining 15 stitches, 2, 3, row 3, chain and turn. Now single crochet 14, and finish this row with slip stitch in that next single crochet. And now we're going to chain 14 for the middle parts of N, And row 4, now single crochet in each chain, starting with the second chain from hook. Make 13. And we finish the row with 4 single crochet stitches. First one goes right here where this previous stitch is, and then 3 more into these slip stitches. Row 5, chain, turn. First make 14 single crochets. Next, slip stitch in that next stitch here, and leave the last 2 stitches unworked. And from here, chain 15. 2, 3, 4, 5. Row 6, first single crochet in each chain, starting with the second one from hook. So 14 here. And we finished the row with 4 more single crochet stitches. And first one goes in this space here where that previous stitch is. Second goes in that next stitch here. And then we make 2 in that last one. Row 7, chain 1 and turn. And now single crochet in each stitch. You have 18. And row 8 is the same, chain 1 and turn, and single crochet in each stitch, also 18. And I finished here. Now I'm going to turn it because I want to make the edge on the right side of the letter. So here, first make 1 chain and then start slip stitching in each chain all the way down to the corner. And for the corner again, here I'm inserting hook in this space and make 2 single crochets. Then insert hook through these loops and make slip stitch. And here's the second corner space, make 2 single crochets. And then slip stitch again in each stitch. And when you get to this sharp corner here, I have 2 more stitches here. I'm gonna slip stitch in the next and skip this last one here. Also skip this here. Also skip the first one on this edge and go straight to that second. And again, slip stitch all the way to the next corner. And here, this part now, I'm going to do a little differently. First, as usual, 2 single crochets for the first corner, and then in a middle space, I'm also making single crochet, not slip stitch. And then in that next corner stitch, 2 single crochets. Then keep slip stitching. And my last corner parts of N up here, I slip stitched all the way up, and again make this one with 2 single crochets for the corner, then in that middle space also a single crochet, and in that corner 2 single crochets, and then slip stitch in the next. Next we'll make E, so chain 19. First row single crochet in second chain from hook and in each chain, so we have 18 here. Second row chain 1 and turn, also single crochet 18, 1 in each. Row 3 chain 9 and single crochet in second chain from hook, and in each chain total 8. After 8 single crochets, slip stitch in that second stitch on this row, not this but this one, then turn and make again 8 single crochets in these same stitches here, then chain 1 and turn, and again 8 single crochets. And now we will slip stitch in that next stitch on that second row. Next, make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Single crochet in a second chain from hook. 2, 3, 4, 5. So starting with these 6 chains, that was my 4th row, and now 5 single crochets, go into that next stitch here, make a slip stitch, and again 6 single crochets on that second row. And now my 5th row starts with 9 chains. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Single crochet in second chain from the hook and make 8 here. Have 2 stitches left here, slip stitch in that next one, turn, single crochet 1 in each, again 8. Now chain 1 and turn, and again 8 single crochets. Finish the row with slip stitch in that last space here. And now we do the edge. First I'm going to slip stitch in that next loop that I see here, and then in this first stitch make 2 single crochets for the corner, and then slip stitch in each of these loops here. And here again 2 single crochets, slip stitch in that middle space, 2 single crochets, and slip stitches. And when I get to this corner, that inner corner here, I'm going to skip this first stitch here, go straight to the next one, make a slip stitch here. Now slip stitch all the way to here, and now here in this space I'm going to make 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And now slip stitch back, and again for the corner I'll do one more here. Skip this one here and go to the next. So those inner corners, skip one, and the same here. And finish E with a slip stitch in the first space. And let's do W, chain 19. First row single crochet in second chain from hook and in each chain, and you have 18 here. Row 2, turn and slip stitch in first 3. 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet in each remaining 15. Row 3, chain and turn. Now single crochet 14. Finish the row with a slip stitch in that next one here, and now chain 13. And row 4, single crochet in second chain from hook and make a total 12 here on that chain. And we finish the row with 4 more single crochets. First one goes in this space where that previous stitch is, 1, and then 3 go into these slip stitches here. Row 5, chain and turn. Now single crochet 14. And finish the row with slip stitch in the next and leave the last stitch unworked. Now chain 14 and row 6, single crochet in second chain from hook and in each chain total 13, and finish the row with, now make single crochet in this space here. There's a previous stitch here. So now we have total 14 single crochets, and in this last stitch make slip stitch. Now row 7, chain and turn. Single crochet 11, starting with that first slip stitch, and make 11 single crochets. Then slip stitch in the next stitch and leave these 3 unworked. And now chain 15 and row 8, single crochet in second chain from hook, make 14 single crochets in chains, and finish this row. First single crochet in this stitch here. There's this previous stitch already. Then make 2 single crochets, 1 in each next 2, and slip stitch in the last. And now row 9, chain and turn, single crochet in each stitch, starting with this first slip stitch, and then in each single crochet, total of 18. And the last row, 10, repeat, chain 1 and single crochet, 1 in each, 18. And now I'm going to continue with the edge from right here. And first I'm going to go to that next stitch here and make 2 single crochets for that corner. Then slip stitch in the middle space, and in that next stitch again 2 single crochets for the corner. After I made these 2 single crochets here for the corner and starting to slip stitch in the next, make slip stitches all the way until the last stitch here. And now with that last stitch here, I'm going to insert hook, pull loop, pull up loop. Also insert hook in the next stitch on the other side, and also in the next on the other side. So we're doing 3 single crochets together here for this corner to make it sharper, and then just keep slip stitching along this edge until you get to the next corner. And here again you do 2 single crochets, slip stitch, and 2 single crochets. And looking at it this way, I started the edge here in this bottom corner. I did all the way up here. That was the 3 single crochets together here, and then around here. And right now I'm up here. I did 2 single crochets, slip stitch, 2 single crochets, as we always do here. Then now slip stitch all the way down this way until the last one. Don't slip stitch in the last. And so this is the last, and I'm going to skip that one and also the first one on the other side. Go straight to the next one and slip stitch up all the way up here. We'll do this part then. And here for this sharp corner, I'm just going to make 3 single crochets in this space, and then keep slip stitching. And now repeat same on the other side. When you get down here, skip the last and the first stitches and slip stitch on the other side. Then do the top corners here, slip stitch all the way down, and that's here where we started. And I finish right here. I slip stitch down to where I started. Here are my first 2 single crochets for that first corner. And this is the W. And last is R. So first again, chain 19. Row 1, single crochet in second chain, and in each chain as well, 18 single crochets. Now second and third row are the same, chain, turn, and just single crochet in each, so 18. Make 2 rows. And this part actually repeats letter P. Turn and slip stitch in first 3. 1, 2, 3. Then chain 12. Skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch in the next. Slip stitch now also in the next stitch here. Turn. Row 5, we did 5 single crochets, 5 half double crochets, and 5 single crochets in the 12 chain space. And after 5 single crochets, we're going to slip stitch 2. So first in here, and the second in that last space. Then turn. Skip these 2 slip stitches we just made, go into that first single crochet, make 5 here, and then we need to do 2 half double crochets in each half double crochet, so 10 of these, and then 5 more single crochet, 1 in each. And finish row 6 now with a slip stitch in the next stitch here. And from here now chain 10 and row 7, single crochet in second chain from hook and in each chain, so 9 here. And then slip stitch in the next stitch here, turn, and again single crochet 9 for row 8, and last row 9, chain 1, again single crochet 9, and finish with a slip stitch in that next stitch here. And I'm now on the right side of R. I can continue with edge. First thing, I'm just going to slip stitch all around here in each stitch until the corner. Now make 2 single crochets in this space here for the corner, and starting with that next stitch, next loop, slip stitch all the way down to the next corner. And here, as usual, we make 2 single crochets, then slip stitch in that middle space, and then make 2 single crochets, and then keep slip stitching. And here I slip stitch in this last one here on this side, and here I'm going to skip that first and slip stitch in the next, and then keep slip stitching into the bottom corners here, same as here, and slip stitch all the way up here where we started. And I'm going to finish here slip stitching in this beginning space, and done with R. And I have all my letters done. You see, I have 2 P's, I have 2 A's, 2 Y's, and then also 2 E's. So it's looking funny right now with all the tails, but I'm going to weave in the tails next, and then I'll also block my letters. I will attach them to my blocking mats with pins and make them wet and then let them dry. And I will share some photos how I block the letters. And I hope you have fun with crocheting your own letters. Thank you so much for watching. Happy crocheting, and most of all, Happy New Year!